Today was bench. Basically managed to have a really good session unexpectedly. Didn't have the best night's sleep, but I was alright, and I managed to hit my top set, 1 rep of 100 kilos. Didn't have a spotter, so I was literally watching YouTube videos on how to get the bar off you if you drop it. So it was actually the last 4 bench sessions I managed to hit 100 with a spotter, 95 without a spotter, 100 with a spotter, and 100 today. So I think that was pretty consistent, but I'm definitely not ready to overload that 1 rep max. Then I moved on to 2x3s. I did 2x3 now. Previously I'd been hitting 85 consistently, so I decided to up that to 90 kilos, hit 90 kilos very smoothly, and that was the 2x3. Then I went down to my 5x5s, 5x5. I've been doing 80, managed to progressively overload that up to 85, so I was actually very happy with that. I was actually happy with today's session all in all, because for a while now I've been watching powerlifting competitions and trying to figure out how they do it. I've been watching videos by all the best powerlifters, elite guys, how to do bench, and learning to arch, learning, foot position and all of this stuff. And the truth is, maybe it's just my body shape, my frame, my musculature, my bone structure, I don't know, but I actually was weaker when I was doing all of this. Now, that might just be that I was executing the techniques incorrectly, but today I barely arched, didn't put my feet all the way back, my balls of my feet. I wasn't just resting on the balls of my feet, I had my feet flat on the floor, even though they were tucked back. Didn't have much of an arch. I actually played with the width on the bar, and I think that my triceps have been taking too much of the weight up until now, because when I widened my grip out almost to the smooth part at the end of each side of the bar, with my pinky just about almost touching it, I felt much, much better. Also, I've been tucking my elbows 45 degrees because that's what it says in all the videos. It didn't work for me. I actually put my elbows a bit more flared out today, thinking there'd be more shoulder strain, but there was actually just better. I had like a better frame. I think that's what helped my lift. So I guess the takeaway is that your body might not be the same as the guy that you're watching on in a powerlifting competition. You might be watching an elite bencher doing a technique, and maybe his body is totally different to yours. So that's just something that I thought was interesting. And then I did something stupid, which is yesterday I took my gym shoes to work and put on my work boots when I got there, and then after the shift I actually left my gym shoes at work, at the office. So that sucked. So my plan was after my bench session to go do some treadmill and try and get my my VO2 max up. But that wasn't going to be an option because I was in slop. So I'm just adding my protein shake to my oats. So that wasn't an option. And so I thought about what I could do. So basically, after I finished my heavy bench session, I just decided to do some hypertrophy work for bench, still specific movements, but I moved into ranges like 3 sets of 10, etc. Then I moved on to a hammer strength, incline bench, machine bench, and did some of those. Then I moved on to incline cable flies, and I actually started just really getting the best mind-muscle connection I've had in years. So I focused on that. I just decided to turn it into, I guess you could say, a bit of a bodybuilding session, full body, but sort of a hypertrophy range, if I can put it that way. I really created a circuit for myself. The gym was empty for a change, which was nice, and I just moved very, very fast, supersetting things, walking between sets if I was feeling like I needed more time, and it I would say it was borderline cardio. I did manage to get my heart rate up. I just got a message from Discovery Vitality to say that I got my points, which is good. I need to just check. I think it would be 300 points, which means I did get my heart rate up. But look, it was a long session. It was 2 hours 20 because I've got a late shift today and I woke up early enough. So I don't think that an average day would allow a normal person to go to gym for 2 hours 20 minutes, but for me I did have that. So I managed to get the powerlifting stuff in first. I managed to get really what I could consider like borderline bodybuilding and cardio in, and it was just a lot of fun. I played with movements that I don't normally do. For example, what would you call them, archer pulls for rear delts, stuff that I don't normally do, seated calf raises, which I don't normally do. A lot of stuff in a full body isolation workout, I guess you could say. So it didn't go the way I planned at all, but I achieved my goals in terms of what I'm tracking, which is my top set, my 2x3 and my 5x5. I achieved what I wanted to achieve. And sometimes your gym session doesn't go the way you planned, but if you're still consistent, then I think you can make you could just get huge benefits. I guess consistency is still the king, and that's it. Cheers.